ranchers, and what does that mean for, like, what does that mean?
Well, it'll completely put us out of business as we know it. We won't have the ability to use our summer forage.
So the federal government's coming in and making a national monument out of your ranches?
Not the federal government. We're just having one man. One man can make a monument and destroy Malheur County, a park twice the size of Yellowstone.
So they're making a park twice the size of Yellowstone in Malheur County. And how many ranchers are going to be put out of business because of it?
We have been told 300 to 400.
300 to 400. And are they shutting their ranches down, or are they restricting to the point where they can't operate, or what are they doing there?
Ranches in our county, we must have public lands to run our cattle. Our base is to grow winter feed. I mean, our ranches, since the 1860s, we've run our cattle and horses and sheep in the brush. And we don't have the water resources to have a 7th month irrigation,
Right.
We only have water long enough to grow.
So you have to
run outside.
On public land, or your ranches don't. You just don't. The land will not allow you to have an operation, and so this refuge is going to close off all of that, or excuse me, this monument is going to close off all of that or restrict most of that land.
Exactly, it'll restrict it.
Okay, and why are you wanting to stay in the ranching business?
For my kids.
You want to pass it on to them?
Yeah.
No. How long you been ranching? I think you might have said that.
5 generations.
5 generations.
Right?
Yeah.
And tell us about your father again.
What's that?
Tell us about your father again.
Well, it all started, fighting with the government started in 1968 when they condemned our ranch in northern Nevada to a large wild horse reservoir. They gave us a low ball price. My family then spent the next 12 years in court. And to keep our commensability, we bought the neighboring ranch, and of course that caused debt where we didn't have it before, and it was a lifelong struggle. And then problem I see as a young man growing up is that when my parents fought the government followed him the rest of his life and fought him at every turn. Any injustice there was to do on somebody, they did it.
And you think that was because he stood up?
Yes.
Yeah.
As far back as 1968. This is not a 2016 problem. This is a 50-year problem, and we all have had our head up our ass thinking, if we wear the white hat, it'll all go away. It's not happening.
So why are you here then? We're not wearing the white hat. Why are you here?
We want to stand up for our rights.
Okay.
Stand up for what America really is.
Okay, and do you think that you're here because we've united, we've got people together, and we're willing to stand for you? Is
Yes.
that why you're
Yes.
here?
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Okay.
We drove 100 miles or more after we got done feeding just to come over here.
Okay.
We would have been here yesterday, but we were kind of.
And we came over here. We're tired of the lies and the media, the social media.
Social media says FBI was coming here today. You guys had guns. It was violent. We're like, no. Everybody has guns. Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you're violent. So.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah. We need as a community to put our foot down. We haven't put our foot down in the last whatever, and our federal government is run amok. Not only in the ranching industry. Look at Ferguson, Missouri. Look at Baltimore. Look at the fishing industry. Look at the logging industry. What gives the Sierra Club or Earth First an inside track to our government agencies? And that's our problem. I go in to talk to my BLMer or my Forest Service guy. Oh, Bob, we can't do that. No, we don't want to do the paperwork. It's just too much. Or we're going to be sued. We're going to be sued by some 10-cent quasi environmental agency or club or whatever. You know, they're nothing but a cottage industry, because the way the rules are written now, when Onda sues the Vale District or the Malheur District or the Harney County District, they get their attorney fees back plus. So it's just a money-making thing. Follow the money. They could care less about a cow. They could give a shit about the horses or the sage chicken. It's all about the dollar.
Very good. Anything else?
Ask me a question, I'll answer it.
Well, tell us about like what's happened to you in your ranch because of the federal government's actions.
Well, here in the last few years, it's been the fire problem. In our part of southern Malheur County, they have cut our cow numbers so bad that we have so much forage that every other year we have a catastrophic fire. And then after that catastrophic fire, there is no use between 2 and 3 years. And then they created a new bomb.
Right.
And
they restrict you. Are they restricting you because of the fires too?
That's policy. You have a fire, there is no cow to be run on that fire for from 2 to 5 years. And it's their discretion.
Okay. Would you want those who might be watching this, do you want them to come and assist us in helping you defend your ranch so that you can get some of these things straightened? Is that something that you're...
Yes.
Not only our ranch, everyone else.
Hold on one second.
How many acres do you actually ranch and farm? How much?
Well, I could see this monument coming. Because I've been to a lot of friggin' meetings over the last, 8 years, honey?
Yeah, about 8 years.
And I had an opportunity to sell my Oregon BLM permits, which I
Community
did.
allotment.
Our Jackie Butte allotment. 2,500 cows on 500,000 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And now, in this proposed monument, we still have our winter range. And our winter range starts at our house and comes right to the Harney County line. And that's going to be in the not proposed, it's going to be a monument if we don't get it stopped. Was a World War II bombing range. So in 1946, the Air Force decided it wasn't good enough for a bombing range, so they gave it back to our ancestors. And we've been making a living on something they blew up 60 years ago. And now it's so friggin' pristine they want to make a park.
And that's because who's the real environmentalist?
We are.
That's absolutely right.
You can come over. You can,
but nobody wants
you
to
could
listen
come
to
over
you.
here. You could come over here the last 10 years. If you wanted to see wildlife, you had to go to Hammond's or you had to go to
Private property.
property to another ranch. This refuge was so wolfed up, screwed up that wildlife pulled out.
They did the same thing in Ruby Valley, Nevada.
We have a ranch there. Yeah, that end is screwed.
Wildlife want to be on the private ranches and it avoids the refuge.
Do you have a special name for your ranch?
We call it Flag Ranch.
Flag Ranch. That's the one on the Winter Range.
That's our base property.
That's our base property.
It's at Rome.
And the ranch in Nevada is called Butte Valley.
And tell us your name one more time. I didn't get the first of it. Your names one more time.
Bob and Helen Kavari,
And you're out of
Rome, Oregon.
Rome, Oregon. Awesome. And today is January 3rd, 2016.